Hello, this is Sonic Ranger. Sorry I can't come to the phone right now. I'm busy doing toy reviews, so just leave your name and number and I'll answer back as soon as I can. And as always, enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? It's Reddit's Power here with the next toy review, and as you can see today, it is the one, the only one I actually own at the moment of anything Fans Project has actually done. May I say, this looked very impressive, and I definitely wanted to see what this third-party toy company could actually do than what Hasbro is actually giving us that just was a repaint, like every other repaint they do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well then, hold on a second, let me bring him in. Okay, this is Optimus Prime. Everybody knows this is the classic Optimus Prime from the, Transformers Classic series. Do I really have to go into the description about that? No, not really. Anywho, how many times have we seen this one repainted? Well, in a 2-pack, Hasbro decided to release this Optimus Prime again, painted in white, calling him Ultra Magnus, and he came with Skywarp. And rest assured, I will be getting that 2-pack eventually, but right now it's kind of hard to find at a decent price, if you know what I'm talking about. And here it is today. As you can see, it's in a beaten up box. Let me just go ahead and tell you the reasons for the paint here, the few marks there, and a lot more dents on the box. This wasn't my set. This set was actually bought and purchased by my brother, Autobotjohn, and check out his videos. He's a great customizer. So here's the side look at the box. As you can see, it says TFX-01 City Commander, and there it is again, fansproject.com. On the back, we have a story. And I have not read this story, so if I jump or I hiccup, that just means I'm reading it because this is the first time and I really haven't looked into it too well. So here we go. Prepare for a new adventure across the vast countless universe to battle an elusive enemy with unbelievable allies. Are you ready to befriend familiar looking foes? Will you confront friends who are now far-fetched in their nature? Welcome to TF-Parallax. And I guess TF is supposed to be Transformers. I'm guessing here. Product copyright Fans Project Ltd. Fansproject.com. Again, on the other side, the same thing as on the other side. On the top, nothing really. On the bottom, just some caution stuff, some stuff in Japanese and some in American, and it's not really important. And I've wasted about 5 minutes, so how's about we open up this box, we pull out City Commander's trailer, and we put Ultra Magnus together. Not now, but soon. So bear with me, because we gotta talk about the trailer first. So hang on, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and here's City Commander's trailer out of the box. It's pretty easy getting out. I like the way that they actually packaged it. That easy open, just pop the bubble things. It's okay. I might be getting rid of the box just because it may take up quite a bit of room and space in here, and this room's pretty cluttered as it is, so I know that might piss off my brother, but you know what, it's my figure, we made the trade, so there's no going back. I can do whatever I want to it, almost as much as he's done to that Superman figure already, which, may I say, he's actually improved it pretty well. You should check it out. I know I promised I wouldn't be doing this anymore on the camera, but I'm still trying to adjust it right now, so just bear with me for a moment. Hopefully this is coming out clear. It looks clear to me, so I'll just proceed. The contents includes for the City Commander upgrade set, of course, the trailer for City Commander. You know what? Forget City Commander. Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus. His trailer. And he come with a book. And it's not just any book. I mean, it's a storybook, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's got some characters that you may know, like that does look like Ironhide, and oh look, Optimus Prime. Some other characters I don't know. And then, of course, this is the pretty cool part. It actually goes into a story where it shows you, like, instructions on how to put together the armor with Optimus Prime or Ultra Magnus, depending on which figure you got. And right now, I've only got Optimus Prime. But it goes all the way into it, even with the BFG, the rocket launcher gun, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. And then, after all that's said and done, it goes back into the comic, where, you know, the fight's about to begin with some creature. I'm guessing that's like a Japanese Megatron or something. I don't know for sure. I'm not really interested in this comic. Even though the artwork is pretty neat, this does look like something IDW would have done. But it's not. And on the back, it's kind of like a mirror reflection. On the front, it says TF-Parallax Orion, and on the back it says the same thing, just in purple, and it's, you know, backwards. See? It's like a mirror effect. It's kind of cool. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into the trailer. It's nice. It's okay. I mean, it's taking on an Optimus Prime feel right here, you know, just the line going past the trailer. I don't think Ultra Magnus actually had that, but whatever. Granted, this is not Generation 1 Ultra Magnus. This is Classics Magnus, and this is a third-party creation. This is not done by Hasbro. So, I mean, there's a lot more features than what Hasbro could have done, but they didn't do. So that's still sad just to think about it. And now, I do have a gripe about this trailer, and just one gripe. Let me pull out Optimus Prime, since I don't have Ultra Magnus. It's not really easy to get the trailer to attach to the truck. I mean, it's kind of tricky. That little hole right there, it's got a peg in right here. And it's not easy, especially with how close these two have to meet. Okay, I got it, but as you can see, what kind of truck actually has a trailer that sticks in that close to each other? Really? I mean, how can it turn? That is kind of sad, but I guess it's understandable. I mean, really, how much could they actually think about when they came up with this? I'm pretty sure they could have done a little more, like just adjust it a little bit and even have a turning gear or something, you know, like a gimmick where it can actually look like the truck's turning and kind of like that. But I mean, it's really so up close like this, it just feels wrong for a truck. Then again, this does look like a future truck for the Transformers toy line, so I'm not really going to bitch and complain about it, but I just have my problems with it at the moment. I'll get used to it eventually. Let's see. Let's have a complete look around this thing. Wow, you guys still can't see it. It's so big. Okay, it's not so big. My camera's just so up close. This desk is actually pretty small when it comes to Transformer figures. Granted, I can do Power Ranger figures up here, but not Transformers. I mean, they take up a lot of space, especially when you got a truck and a trailer put together. So hopefully you will actually get to see all this on camera and not some of it just missing. Like the bumper now, it's missing. The back bumper is not in the picture. Now it is. Now it isn't. You get the idea. So let's see, what does it do? Well, it rolls. I mean, isn't that what a truck and a trailer is supposed to do? It's roll. Well, okay, fine. It doesn't really roll unless it's on something with friction, like carpet. This is solid. It's not really going to pick up that well. As you can see, the wheels are not moving. Now, I don't think it's just this side. I think the other side does it as well. See? They're not picking up too good. Color scheme is pretty awesome. I mean, it represents Ultra Magnus and what Ultra Magnus is supposed to be. So, just look past Optimus Prime, okay? Let's pretend he's Ultra Magnus for a moment. Let's pretend he's white and he's got his light blue color just like this trailer here. So, the color scheme is as follows. A very light blue, sky blue, I guess. White, silver, let's see, we got a little yellow or orange. We got red, just about at a few places. And that's it. I mean, well, no, I mean, the tire rims, they're gold, so that's pretty cool. Or maybe that's bronze. No, I think that's gold. I can't tell anymore. But that's really all the colors you're actually going to get out of this trailer. I'm going to take Optimus Prime, get him out of the way, put him into his robot mode, and we'll continue this when I get back. So, wow, guys, I just can't win, can I? Look at all this room it took just to put Optimus Prime in his robot mode. This desk is really small. I guess I'm going to have to find a new place to do Transformer toy reviews. In the meantime, though, let's just try and go with it. What we can. Let's go with the flow. Let's do it to it. So, here's Optimus in his robot mode, and as you can see, the trailer is still in its trailer mode. I mean, what else can I say? It's not a robot. At least, not yet. Well, okay, fine. It doesn't become a robot. It becomes robot bits. You know, armor. So, let's take this one step at a time. Bye-bye, Optimus. He's going to stay out of the picture for a while so I can actually put this together as best as possible. I'm going to... Yeah, okay, there we go. I didn't zoom out. That's the problem. Sorry, again, for doing that on camera, but you know what? It was just a split second. Let's just go with it. Okay, so in order to turn this into City Commander's armor, or should I say Ultra Magnus armor, it's kind of complicated at first, but it's pretty easy. But you want to be very careful how you do this, because one false mistake and you might actually crack this thing or break a piece off or a peg, because it does feel a little sturdy, if that's the word I'm looking for. It feels a little fragile, a little bit. Rest assured, this is not the KO version. The knockoff version I heard is pretty similar with the plastics quality, but it is very loose. And as you can see, this is not loose whatsoever. This is the real deal. My brother did not trick me. He did not screw me. This was his. I remember seeing it on his desk when I went to his house during my vacation time. And it was the only one he had. He didn't have a knockoff version. So this is the real one. Rest assured. Alright, here we go. First off, I'm going to unpeg these top pieces right here to the trailer, both sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this piece off, which is going to become his bottom piece. Or, you know, robot underwear. Ha ha! Nah, just kidding. Robot underwear, really. It's his crotch piece. I'm going to flip these down. I don't know why, but I always do. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember as well. These parts are supposed to unpeg like so. Flip them like that. And go to this side right here. Do the very same thing. I'm going to try and keep this on camera as best as possible. So you're just going to have to bear with me. This isn't easy. This part's going to come off completely. It's going to separate from the trailer. And you know what? I'm just going to lay it right off camera because it's taking up some room. This part right here, if I recall, it's been a few days. It's supposed to just detach very easily, like so. And just slide it out. And you know what? We're just going to go ahead and take this piece out right here, which is, you know, the part that attaches to the truck, or, you know, the cab. And then I'm going to go ahead and split these pieces apart and flip this around like so. I'm going to bring this piece out like so. And you have to play with it in order to get it to stay like so. Yeah, like so, like so. You're going to hear that for a while. This piece, without it, you cannot create the BFG. It is impossible. Without it, these parts are going to just fall apart like that. It attaches to the BFG and keeps it in place. So press down and there we go. There is City Commander or Ultra Magnus BFG, the big fucking gun. There you go, I said it. The BFG, big fucking gun. Okay, so onto this piece right here, the back of the trailer. These parts right here, they are supposed to split apart very carefully. Remember, you don't want to go too fast with this. This piece right here is supposed to flip out like so. This is supposed to come in like so. And I guess you can flip this up for the time being. And this part just follow the same pattern. You know, rinse and repeat. And we're going to go over here to this part right here. These two are supposed to detach, which reveals Ultra Magnus' hands. Like I said, I'm going to call him Ultra Magnus, not City Commander. This piece is supposed to split apart, creating his shoulder pieces. I do remember these are supposed to flip down and flip like so. Do it again to the other side, flip it down, flip like so. And for some reason, he's got Autobot symbols, in which, of course, he does not. These are actually stickers my brother put on, and I'm just going to leave them for the time being. I'm not going to take them off. And now we're going to take this piece right here, and they are supposed to split very carefully because they're attached right here and they're attached right here to a peg. It may break too. Oh, wait a minute, before we do that, I apologize. These pieces right here are supposed to flip back. That releases them, making it very easier to get off. Excuse me for hiccuping right there. There we go. And then we're going to take the chest piece, flip it down, and we're going to bring out Ultra Magnus' head. Stuck, just a moment. You got to play with it. Close it back up. And let's try to get everything on camera if we can. Notice my screen's coming down. What if that's a shame. Whatever. Yeah, there's everything, as you can see. As best as possible, everything right there. That's a lot of pieces, but trust me, it's well worth the prize. All this that comes together is truly amazing. It's really amazing how they did all this. And in order to do this, there's one thing you got to do to Optimus Prime or Ultra Magnus if you have Ultra Magnus. First, you have to go back here, split this part open, and bring his head down, and then you gotta flip this out like so, making sure the hole is on the top. And there you go. Optimus Prime's head is missing off camera. Yeah, okay, whatever. Next, you're gonna start off with the chest armor. In order to do this, you're supposed to slide it in, and it should go in just fine. Very easily. I mean, you should not catch on to anything or rub against anything. It shouldn't take off any paint. Flip these parts down, and that locks it into place. As you can see, it's not moving. And I do like the fact that the head's on a ball joint. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Okay, next up, the legs. Move everything out of the way. I'm going to start with the legs because they are pretty tricky. In order to get these in, you have to put them at an angle. Insert them at an angle. And if it takes too long, I might do this off camera. Who knows? I really want to do all this in front of you, so those who have never actually put the armor together won't have such a hard time when you do it yourself if you decide to purchase this. Be very, very careful with this part right here. Trust me. This piece right here is supposed to attach to his knee armor, or whatever you want to call it, like so, as you can see. And that is very nicely secured. Some articulation to the feet. We're going to do the same thing right here. Just a moment. I'll do this as quick as possible without breaking the thing. Foot in at an angle. Be very careful. And very gently flip it up. Lock it into place. And for some reason, this one does not want to lock too well. Let me check the other side. No, actually, I'm wrong. They're perfect. They're fine. Wow, man, he's too big. I can't get him on camera. This is sad. I really need to get a new tripod. Anyhow, as you can see, Optimus Prime, or Ultra Magnus, has grown in size. So what do we do next? I'm going to go ahead and put on the crotch piece. Now, you're supposed to put this on first, but I figured that I just put it on after the legs. It don't matter, really. Just pop it on there, and it stays in place just fine. Trust me, just fine. I'm going to move the arms out some because this part's kind of tricky. I'm going to start off with the shoulder pads, or shoulder armor. It's supposed to just, you hear a little snap, and that's it. And yeah, you have to play with it. There we go. Just a little snap. As you can see, the armor is almost complete. Let me get the background to stand still. I'll use the BFG for the time being. And now, last but not least for these parts right here, if I'm doing this right, if I remember, twist to this side, twist right there, and then slide them up. And it is kind of tricky. Just bear with me. There we go. Last but not least, this one right here. Slide it up. It didn't really go in there that well. Then again, maybe it did. Yeah, it did. There we go. And there's a City Commander, or Ultra Magnus, in his complete robot armor. Which this definitely represents Ultra Magnus. Hang on for a second. Bear with me for a moment. Yeah, I've got the tripod now standing on the City Commander box, so this should help a bit. You're not going to see everything on the image. Well, actually you can. But everything's at an angle now. But you know what? In order to get this review over with, let's just go with it. So as you can see, there he is. And he is fully articulated. Let's go into articulation very quick since I don't have much time. Heads on a ball joint, it'll go wherever you want it to. See, it'll go backwards, so that's kind of cool. The arms can go up. They could go around a full 360, but the shoulder armor gets caught beneath the tires right here. Let's see, they go in and out barely. I mean, he is limited at some places with the armor, but you know what? I would take this any day rather than just a repaint of Optimus Prime in white and blue. Let's see, elbows not really limited. It is kind of with the shoulder piece, but you know what? It's okay. Wrists, they can rotate. Let's see, the waist articulation is present, but if you do it too much, you might knock the cock piece off. Yeah, the cock piece. Legs, they'll go up about that far. They'll go back really far. They will go in and out without any resistance. The knees will bend. They will swivel as usual. And let's see, the feet will pivot like this for better standability. And that's really it. I mean, you're not going to get any other posability out of Ultra Magnus. And you know what? I just noticed something. Why is this coming out a darker blue? This is supposed to be a lighter blue. The camera makes it look darker. That's actually kind of cool. But that's not actually the real color scheme. But as you can see, Optimus Prime or Ultra Magnus, depending on what figure you get, you're going to get the same results. I mean, you can't really tell that's Optimus Prime underneath unless you go like this and notice the different colored blue. And if you actually put him up closer, you can see the red sticking out right there in the gut. And that's really it. Flip him around, and then you can tell it's Optimus Prime, because there's all that red just sticking right through. And there's the blue legs, and yeah, overall, that's it. You can't really tell this is Optimus Prime from the front. You could actually somebody could come in your room and assume that you actually have an Ultra Magnus figure. In that case, you're lucky. And now there's also something else you can do with Ultra Magnus. You can take Optimus Prime's weapons and you can actually store them away, which is awesome. I like that. This piece right here, there's a hole, there's the peg, you peg in the hole. You gotta play with it in order to get it through the first time, but after a while it goes in and stays in just fine. Now this piece, I'm trying to remember if there is somewhere to attach it. I'm not for certain, but I think it goes like this. You bring these pieces down and you flip this up, and then you flip this up, you know, creating Optimus Prime's gun, and the handle pegs into this hole right here, and it's kind of tricky, but there we go. That is it. That's right. And last but certainly not least, the BFG. The BFG. You know what, I'm just gonna take this background out of the picture. There, now you can see what's behind the thing, my router. And if I'm doing this right, if I remember how this goes, simply take Ultra Magnus' hand, flip this piece up at first in order to get it on right, and there should be a handle and there should be a hole. Slide it down and then close it back up if you can. It's kind of tricky. Like I said, this figure is nothing but tricky. Then again, I probably got this the wrong way, but I hope. Ow, that hurt. I clipped my thumb. Sorry about that. But that's it. As far as I know, that's it. There it is. Ultra Magnus holding his BFG. Too bad he can't hold it with both hands. Just due to the way the armor is, he's very limited. But it is kind of cool, even though it is a little heavy. And there goes the armor. Wow. That's great. During the review, the armor has to come off. That's sad. That has never happened before. And there's another way he actually holds it. You fold it up like this, if I remember right. At least from what the instructions said in the booklet. And put it on like so, like that. And there we go. Actually, that does look a little better. And he can actually hold it a little better, even though it is sliding down, if you notice. There it goes. But it's just heavy. It's a BFG. It's supposed to be heavy. But the results are epic. As you can see, Ultra Magnus is all set, ready to take out Galvatron or whoever he's going up against. Hell, it could even be Skywarp from the 2-pack. You probably want to see a size comparisons before I go. Well, to finish this up very quickly, as best as possible, I do not have any Transformers. I cannot get to them at the moment. My room is cluttered up. It's like a junkyard for the Junkions. So I'm going to have to improvise. And since I didn't give too much of a good review of this guy, I'll bring him back one more time. Just for his own pleasure. Here he is. Hero Factory. Oh shit. Explode. Okay, there we go. Hero Factory Explode. There's your size comparison. And as you can see, it is definitely doubled what Optimus Prime was. So that is very awesome. So hopefully you guys will pick up this figure if you can. Or, I mean the set. You know what? Actually pick up both. You need Ultra Magnus to make this look complete. Because with Optimus Prime it does look cool, but it's missing Ultra Magnus, if you know what I mean. I do recommend this, but it is very, very rare, very hard to find. Like I said, this came out in 2008, and it's not really on eBay much. You can't find it at any other place. You cannot even find it on Amazon.com. It is gone, pretty much. It's old, long gone. Not even Fans Project's website is showing anything about it anymore. Hopefully they might bring it back in the future for one more time, just to give everybody else one more chance to buy it before it's gone completely. But who knows? I guess it all depends on what Fan Projects wants to do in the future. So you will be paying a fortune for this, but I guess it is worth it because, let's face it, without this armor, why do you even have a repaint of Optimus Prime as Ultra Magnus? Think about it. I'll leave that up to you guys. So, okay, there you go. That is the end review of Transformers Parallax TFX-01 City Commander, or Ultra Magnus, the upgrade armor set. Too bad I don't have the add-on kit, but if I actually do get the add-on kit with his missiles and a few other weapons that are very special, I might do an updated review for this figure, or, you know, the armor. So, until next time, guys, this is Red is Power signing out, and stick around because I have other toy reviews coming soon. And in the meantime, if you have any questions or anything you want to leave me as a response, just, you know, leave a comment below or email me, which is fine. So,